It's Jim White, Spencer Oliver alongside Simon and myself this lunchtime live on talkSPORT as we continue to talk boxing. Spencer, we didn't ask you. Can you see Mr. Chisora here in his next fight, which might be his last, who knows, fighting Alexander Usyk?
Why not? He's he's IBF #2 ranked fighter now. He deserves a big shot. He deserves a big farewell fight against Alexander Usyk. Like Usyk said it himself yesterday, Derek Chisora was my hardest fight. So why not? Why doesn't he deserve that? I think that, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, him and Alexander Usyk, who else is there for Usyk to fight? You're talking about him fighting possibly Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois, the winner of that one. He's already beaten Daniel Dubois. So, there's an argument there. Why not Derek Chisora again?
Well, of course, we know what's coming up. April the 5th, Derek. Manchester card announced this week. What about the all-heavyweight clash, Dillian Whyte, Joe Joyce?
That's going to be a good fight. That's going to be a good card.
Yeah.
Lawrence Coley. So the winner out of Joe Joyce and...
Joe Joyce, Dillian Whyte.
Dillian Whyte will fight Lawrence Coley.
Lawrence Coley fights Richard Rapport.
Yeah, so winner of that. Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting.
Dillian actually publicly has been saying... Yeah, Derek Chisora, me and Derek again. Let's go over old ground. Let's do it again. I mean, them fights, will go down in history as, one great British heavyweight title fights. But he's actually calling your name out now, isn't he?
You know what's so funny is you get opportunity to fight for the world title with one of the biggest blockbuster fighter, AJ, and then you fail a drug test, and then suddenly you want to fight me, I'm not going to do that, so, you remember, he's been banned so many times and we still let him go, so I say this to Robert Smith about a couple of years ago, I said, listen, if someone get caught cheating, 10-year ban, none of this 6 months, 10 years, that means what you know when you go to a restaurant, you'll call the chef and say, what's in this food before you eat it, so, because people cheat a lot in this game. But am I going to fight Dillian Whyte, basically? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're no stranger to pre-fight antics yourself, Derek. Whyte and Joyce, we're talking about the upcoming fight this week.
It says he's going to knock me out, we'll see. Listen, only thing George is very good at putting people to sleep, but not by knocking them out, because he's so boring. He's the only man I know that can put coffee to sleep. Boring as Great fighter, but a boring guy. So boring.
You're bringing the jokes, yeah?
Say that again?
Comedian.
Say that again? Yeah, there you go.
Anything to add?
You're talking, bro. Carry on. As long as you can keep speaking for. Go on. Say something, bro.
Huh?
Say something.
You say something. I thought you was,
bro, I'm giving you the stage
wrap
to
up what
speak,
you're
bro.
saying, all the,
I'll give you the stage to speak.
You're chatting about.
Give me the
Anyway,
stage
we're gonna have a big fight, and I'm gonna punch you in the face. You're gonna try and punch me in the face, but I'm gonna win at the end of the day.
That statement sounds so convincing and so eloquent.
Yeah, I'm confident in my abilities.
I don't know about you, Simon. It was a bit like pulling teeth, was it not?
Yeah, some people are good speakers and some people are not. And Joe Joyce is not a good speaker. And up until a point, neither is Daniel Dubois. But it doesn't mean they can't go into the ring and acquit themselves. I mean, I'm not interested in Dillian Whyte being a smart ass at Joe Joyce's expense. We'll see what happens when they get in the ring.
My money's on Joe Joyce.
Is it? I was going to ask you. You just been in with him. You just beat him.
Yeah.
And you've been in with Dillian Whyte twice.
My money's on Joe Joyce.
Why? Is there anything left of him?
He's got something to prove, but I believe my money's on Joe Joyce.
And I think that question can be asked about both of them as well. With Dillian Whyte and his recent performances, you go, what's left there as well?
Dillian's got has beat himself with the challenges he's got inside the ring in terms of the things that Derek alluded to. But the fact that Joe's on the back of losing to Zhilei Zhang twice, one win, Cash Ali, which he should win anyway, and then gotten beat by Derek as well, this is it for Joe Joyce now, isn't it?
I think it's it for both of them. I think it's a must-win for both of them, or it's like career at that level done.
February 22nd, just around the corner, of course, Derek, Dubois fights again in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Joseph Parker, the opponent.
Yes.
What's your thinking on that one?
That's going to be a good fight. I see Daniel winning it. Daniel wins it. Daniel wins it in 5 rounds. Yeah, because Daniel
knocks him out.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna try and box. He's gonna
knock him out.
He's gonna
do
knock
it
him
inside
out.
5
Yeah,
rounds, you say.
yeah, he's gonna do him. But if you don't do it in 5 rounds, it's gonna be a long night for him. But Daniel wins it.
He stayed the course against Hrgovic, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You know, so right now Daniel Triple D is on the roll.
What about the next generation then? Daniel Dubois is very much part of the next generation of heavyweights.
He is.
So too Moses Itoma.
Yes.
We know that. How do they compare to your generation, to AJ, Fury, Haye, Whyte, yourself?
We wanted to hurt each other. You know, there was no point of like, if I went out for dinner, if I see Dillian, we're having a ruckus in the restaurant. But this younger generation, if they see each other in a restaurant, they just probably have coffee together or dinner together. But
Do a couple of YouTube videos.
do a couple of YouTube videos. But for us, me and Dillian, it was more like, you stay on the other side of the river and I stay on this side of the river. This was very territorial, basically. But you know, but this new generation now is just like they only fight when they see each other or when they get told you're fighting this person. But me, Dillian, AJ, and Tyson, and all these guys, we were like, man, if I was in Manchester, I'm gonna lie to you, I would have at least about 6 security with me.
Really?
Yeah, because it was territorial. If I go to South London, I would have about at least 10 people with me. You know, because this is how we were. Because it was more like we want to fight each other, and you don't want to get caught sleeping.
You know something though, Derek, before you leave us today, all the pre-fight antics, etc., when you famously slapped Klitschko and you threw the table up there, you flipped the table up in there, caused utter mayhem. Any regrets about all that?
Nah, no regrets. Neither. None. No regrets. I slapped Klitschko, I got paid. I got charged £150,000 for that. The table, Eddie hadn't paid about 80 grand for that. And no regrets. The Bridgewater Control, having a good time with my money right now. No regrets. I don't regret anything I do in life.
The scrap with David Haye?
No regrets on that. Got me paid more money afterwards when the Bridgewater Control told us, you know, the funniest thing is we were sitting down there, me and Frank, and then Robert Smith and other guys were retired. They go, we're going to take your license. And then Frank Warren goes, what does that mean? He goes, we're going to take your license. That's it. And he goes, are you banning him from boxing? He goes, no. You don't have a Bridgewater Control license. And Frank Warren looked at me, and I looked at him like, what's going on here? And then suddenly, we go out, Frank gets on his blower, and next morning, his PA calls me, Frank Warren wants you to meet him at this airport. And then suddenly we went to Luxembourg.
Yeah.
And then we got a license. And then we got a license. And then you came on TV say they should not be fighting in United Kingdom.
Did I?
Yeah, yes you did. Yeah.
Oh dear. I don't remember saying that.
Yes, you did. I remember. And you guys were out to get me. But it's okay. You know, you came around. Now you're besties now.
All right. Don't punch me, Derek. Don't punch me, Derek. Do you know what? At the end of the day, I always find it amazing. I always think so much is for show. Do you seriously hate Dillian Whyte?
No, I love Dillian. You know the funniest thing is, Dillian's son and somebody else's son will be fighting soon. I can guarantee you that. I love Dillian. Every time I call Dillian, first thing I ask, how's your kids? How's your wife? We just chat. We just talk. When I'm fighting, he comes and sees me, gives me a big hug, and we just wind each other up, and we call each other donkey and all this. It's all love now. And I tell he wants to fight me, and I keep telling him, you beat me twice, and the last time you knocked me out, you nearly killed me. So why do I want to get in the ring with you for?
Yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
41 now. What do I want to do that for?
Yeah. Just in a sentence, Derek, do you want to finish with a thanks to those who came out in Manchester the other night to see you, because you're a great support.
Thank you very much for coming, and Simon Jordan, you got your money now. Stop talking about me anymore. And just be nice, Simon.
Be nice, Simon.
This is the person that says he knows where I live to Eddie Hearn, so he's going to come around and deal with me.
That's a cue in that one. Derek, well done again, mate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Derek Chisora, and you heard it live this lunchtime. Who does he want next? Usyk. We'll see what Usyk's camp think of that.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.